Remember I was dead broke, had to get my cash right, had to leave my old.
Hey everybody and welcome back to, sorry I wasn't even looking. Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm driving. This is not safe. I don't think this is allowed. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and I'm normally safer than this. So I'm over here trying to park. This is not even my car, so. Today we're gonna be talking about how to start a clothing line on the gram because why not? Well, okay, a lot of people are trying to do this, but they're all doing it wrong. And I'm here to swoop in and save the day because people need help. Just some background about me. I started my own over a year ago. I generated over $1,000 in the first month of literally the idea. I like to do everything extremely quickly. I just have a lot of things that I learned along the way that I feel like will help save you guys time and money. This can help you get started and it's a lot simpler. It's very time consuming. You work hard, but it's not hard work. Anybody can really do it for real. It's just whether or not they take the time to do it. I'm gonna go inside and get on my camera because this iPhone quality. I'm using the back camera too. I'm probably all pixelated or whatever, but I'm gonna go inside, like this video while I go inside, and yeah, then we'll get started. Okay, I'm back. So let me explain briefly what this is gonna be. I'm gonna have a video series. Today, I'm just gonna focus on the overall what you need to do to start a clothing line on Instagram. Because some people have the background knowledge, they just kind of need to like know the steps to take, but then other people do need more in-depth detail, and so that's what I'm gonna create the other videos to go more in depth about the things that I covered today that you might not necessarily understand because you're not familiar with the terminology or you just don't know, you haven't done your research, and that's okay. I did a lot of research for you to save you time and I've made my own mistakes, obviously. To start anything, is this camera sideways? I'm sorry if you have OCD, I don't know what's happening. To start your own brand on Instagram, first you need to know what type of clothing line you want to start. Whether it's a t-shirt line, whether it's a whole fashion brand, whether you want to sell shoes, jewelry, you need to know what type you want to do because that obviously affects everything and especially your research. Next, you need to define your niche, know your target audience. Do you want to reach, say you're doing a makeup line, do you want to do a makeup line for little girls? Do you want to do a high-end makeup line for people 16 to 45? Do you want to have a t-shirt business that speaks to 18 to 29-year-olds in Utah? If you're not familiar with niches and you're like, oh my gosh, what's a niche? How do I find it? Like, I have another video just about that. Check it out on my channel. So the next thing you need to do is obviously have ideas. Like, what do you have designs that you already want made? Do you have just the concept, the theme that you want in your head? Text that you want? Do you have, you know, like, do you draw out your designs? For somebody who you are drawing your designs, you need to decide the materials, you need to decide everything. If you're gonna start t-shirts, all you need to do is find a t-shirt printing company. And then for a boutique, you need to find a manufacturer, you need to find or designer, somewhere to store your stuff. It all depends. So for example, if you're doing a t-shirt company on Shopify, you can do it all completely drop shipping. You don't have to touch any product. It's all automatic. You just design the stuff and you put it up there, and then you attach a fulfillment company that will fill all your orders for you, and all you have to do is the marketing. I recently switched to almost all drop shipping and it literally changed my life. I wish I would have done it sooner, but I thought that if I did all the product myself, I'd be saving money, but yeah, I didn't do enough research. I went to dropshipping. I definitely advise doing that. It kind of goes into my next tip. Well, the next step, you need to find a manufacturer that can do what you want to do. So if you are designing stuff from scratch and you're like, okay, I want to draw stuff and I want to have the measurements and everything and I want someone to create what I drew, that's a different manufacturer than somebody who just prints stuff on shirts that are already made. For certain manufacturers, you can just pick from their designs that they already have on shirts or pants or whatever and just kind of put your stuff on top of it. Or there's manufacturers where you design the stuff from scratch. It is you from start to finish, or you have a design team, whatever it is. Researching manufacturers, I think it's kind of fun because, I don't know, you're just talking to all these different people and like they have to impress you. Like, I don't know, I like it. I think it's cool, but it is very time consuming. This is where money, you know, has to start coming out. Because say you're doing a manufacturer that is overseas. For them to send you a sample, they charge you like, one of my products that I sell is hats. For one hat, I was paying like 75 bucks. Plus the shipping, okay, to get it over here to review because they don't want you to just buy stuff singularly and then sell it. They want to know that you're serious, so they will charge you that. Some of them will refund that sample fee once you do your mass order, so that's something else to talk about them with. Contact lots of them. Contact so many of them. You want to find the best price, the best quality, the best materials, the best turnaround time. I will again do another video that is just for manufacturers. There's so many options, so it's kind of overwhelming. But don't be scared, it's exciting. Just, you know, it costs money now because you want to get stuff made. The more you buy, the cheaper it is for you, which is how, you know, people make money. And then once you get your samples made and you get them over here, this is when you have to get feedback. You have to get feedback from your potential customer. If I am designing stuff for 50-year-old women and I get something here made, I don't ask my friends, oh, what do you guys think of this? No, I go to 70-year-old women and I ask, what do you think of this? How much would you pay for this? What do you like about this? That's a mistake some people make. Like, they ask their friends and family, and it's like, dude, you're not selling to your friends and family. 50-year-old woman might have very high standards for her material. She knows what she likes. She's 50 years old, okay? So once you get samples, you can begin taking pictures of the product. And this is a step where I would advise you to start building your Instagram, start getting your content out, take pictures of the content, take pictures of people in the stuff. Don't start sending your small order to influencers yet. And the reason for that is because they're posting and you're getting eyes and stuff. You don't have the product yet, so you don't want people to, you know, think they can buy it yet. You just want to start promoting it. Maybe have like a coming soon or whatever. Like, a mistake I made, I started promoting the Instagram before I had product, and I started selling, like, immediately. People loved the idea, and I was getting orders, and people were like, where's my stuff? And I was like, I don't have your stuff. Well, I didn't say it, but I was like, it's coming. And then when I did get my sample, I ended up having to sell my sample hat, my first one, because somebody was like, where's my stuff? And I didn't even have the stuff yet. Just to avoid that, I would suggest having some inventory before you start trying to sell. But then again, the way I did it, I used a trend that was extremely hot, which is why people wanted it so fast and right now, and why everybody was jumping on it. And if you're just having a regular fashion line, not that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're just having a regular fashion line based off of regular fashion, it won't necessarily buy that fast. Like, people won't be like jumping on new fashion lines hashtag. You just know where you're at, and know that if you think people are going to jump on it, don't start promoting content yet, and don't get your stuff to influencers yet, because you don't want to run into that. The next tip also, before you start, you know, putting your name out there on social media, register your trademark. I didn't do any of this my first time, and I found people who were using my pictures that I took when I was at school to sell my product. You know, I could have taken action, but I was just like, whatever. Trademark your business name so that people cannot steal your stuff, because if you don't, and say your stuff gets hot, somebody else can literally steal your entire business, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's something called a poor man's trademark, where if you can't afford to do any of this, ship yourself your product and don't open it. Why? It's a legal mark. I forget, I don't know the term, but the legal proof that you were selling before whoever it was stole your idea. I would advise not doing that. I would advise just registering it. It's like $200 something. At the end of the day, that is not a lot of money at all. And then register for an LLC. That's anywhere from a couple hundred to $1,000, depending on how much coverage you get. How do you sell your stuff? If you find someone to build your website for you, sometimes they will host it, they'll find you a host. But if you're just selling a product, I would advise you to do it yourself. That's another thing in business. Never pay for something that you can do yourself. I paid somebody hundreds to do my website, to get my domain name, all this. Like, I paid him to do all of it, right? I had to do the whole thing myself. I didn't get my money back. First of all, I paid him all up front, which was dumb. I gave him all the money up front because he was like a friend of a friend. Like, I had met him before we started doing business, so like I thought it was gonna be cool. No, he didn't do anything that I wanted. I literally made a mock-up website on Wix, sent him this, and I was like, dude, just make it look like this. Does not have to be fancy. I just need it to work. Bruh, it was terrible. Everything was blurry, everything looked awful. I could not use it for months, and it's like, dude, like, you're wasting my time. I ended up doing the entire thing myself. I built the whole website. It took me nine straight hours. 9 straight hours. You have to buy the domain name, which is your like www.com or .org or .net. You can look that up on things like GoDaddy, or buy your domain name. Then you have to find a host, and to build your website, you can either do it yourself or, you know, have someone do it for you. Building the Instagram. I have multiple how to build your Instagram, how to find your niche, how to like grow your audience videos. Take pictures, like find models that don't have to pay for models. Have your friends, like, make sure they cute or whatever, their face on your brand page, you know what I mean? At the beginning, if you are not good with Instagram marketing yourself, I would suggest paying somebody to help you build your account at the beginning, because people love social proof. Unless you have a unique idea that's obviously new and it's like, okay, like, this is cool. If you don't have that, you're just gonna look like some random small account on Instagram who's trying to sell stuff that might not even be high quality. So I would suggest finding someone who does automation services, who does something. If that's something you need help with, I do them as well, so you can come to me and I can help you with that personally. What I do is I literally grow people's accounts, cater on their niche, and I make sure that it's only people that are interested in your content. I interact with people for you. It helps boost you in the algorithm, and it gets more eyes on your page. I find people for you that are in your niche. Like, there's a lot, and I boost your stuff, and I literally guarantee more growth. You have to have a niche, be specific, be consistent, be relevant all the time. But whenever you get your product made, and when you're growing your account, this is when you use influencers. What is an influencer? Basically, it's somebody with a lot of clout online, who a lot of people see, who a lot of people like look up to them in some sort of way for something. Depending on the person, you have to pay them to post and send them free products, so keep that in mind. You have to have a marketing budget. You can also start doing Instagram ads, do promotion videos, Facebook ads. So yeah, I hope it wasn't too much. It was very, very general. I will go into specific detail later. I will break down each concept that I have for you. This is just the first of a series. If you have any specific questions you want me to answer about anything that I address, make sure you comment it below, so hopefully I can get in before I make the video so that I can go very much in depth and even show you what I'm talking about. So not everybody is going to get as fast results as I did, because not everybody is basing their businesses off trends. Some people just want to have a fashion brand, and that's fine, that's beautiful, go ahead. Implement what you can that applies to you. If there's any other questions, reach out to me at VictoriaShanora across all my, I don't know where it is. All my social medias. It's the same on every single one. I will drop all my account links below. Reach out to me, comment on this, and like and subscribe if you haven't. Support your girl because I'm new on YouTube. But I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you do, I appreciate you. Any other questions, make sure you hit me up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I will see y'all later this week.
I'm living a fast life. Diamonds on me shining. I don't need a flash.